Hello Pisces, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Wow. Opening. This person really does want to open up. I had a bunch of cards that just fell down. Card on top. Laughter. Friendship. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. It could also be current. For others of you, this could be a situationship you find yourself in with this person. And for a small portion of you, oh wow, that's sweet the way it fell out, love. For a small portion of you, this could be an individual who you've met and you have a lot of, there's this connection that you have with this person and it's difficult for you to let go. And this is that type of situation where you feel there's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. Oh boy, okay. So, we have here opening followed by laughter, death and rebirth, synthesis, love, victim, hearth and home, power, and then we have challenge under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. So, there's at least two cards here that are quite challenging. This is the victim card, which victimization, somebody here feels like the victim. And challenge overall. It's a very challenging situation. So we have here a few cards that talk about wanting, well, this one card, wanting a second chance, but the feeling of friendship, the feeling of hearth and home, the feeling of love. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Pisces, the connection that I have with you, I've been quite secretive. I've never really opened up to you. There are certain things that I've kept deep down in my heart that I shouldn't have really kept, and I have not really shared this with you. I should have shared it. There's a part of me now that wants to connect with you and to tell you certain secrets that I've kept deep down. Secrets that may embarrass me. Secrets that maybe you don't even want to hear. But I think now that you and I have this foundational friendship. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me laugh. You know what makes me tick. So many things have happened where I have depended on you. I have thought about you. I feel that you were like my confidant. You are my confidant. And certain things in the past didn't turn out well. Everything that was in the past, I wanted to remain in the past, and I want to move forward now with a better understanding, clarity, a better sense of judgment. The road that used to be bumpy once before no longer is now bumpy. I also feel that in this connection, there's a sense of desire to have peace and harmony. A long time ago, there was peace and harmony in this connection. But then things changed. Now there is a lack of. And yet I want to talk to you about certain things that I've hidden deep down in the shadows of this forest. These secrets, this information may seem dark, but it is important for me to express it to you. Why? Why do I want a second chance with you? It's because I do love you. The love that I feel for you is true. It's pure, it's clean. It is unconditional love. And I don't want to ignore that anymore. This love that I have for you, it feels sacred. It's very true. It's very clean. I haven't truly experienced that before. And yes, I do feel as if I have turned you into the victim. A victim of my desire, a victim of the circumstances. So much has happened. And sometimes I have ignored. But whatever has happened in this connection, I know that you feel as if I have taken you for granted. I have overindulged to the point where it just didn't make sense anymore. I have taken you not only for granted, but I have not valued you. And yes, that is a problem. This feeling that I have, I want to express to you that I understand I may have been manipulative. And I may have had my way. Yes, I have been this person who was overindulged. And even used. Misused. But I don't want to be that person anymore. In this connection, I made you the victim. But I don't want to be that person anymore that does that. Because I feel that you are beyond that and you are so much more special. You are my hearth and home. Wherever you are, that is where my home is. Sometimes I feel as if I can talk to you about anything and not fear that you're going to judge me. Sometimes I also feel that in this connection, whenever I'm lost, you're that one person that guides me home. And whenever I'm cold, you are like a warm blanket that embraces me and keeps me safe. I get this feeling from you, and that is exactly why I want a second chance, because now I've realized your value, because before I did not. I took you for granted. Right now, there's a part of me that gets very tempted by you. You can be seductive, and yet you're not even seducing, but you're just so tempting. I feel emotionally vulnerable, and I feel weak in the knees. It's difficult for me to think about how things would have been had you not been in my life. I want to be with you. A part of you is very powerful. And that powerful side of you makes me feel powerless. You have so much more power over me. I also feel that in this connection there is this challenge. This entire situation has become challenging. I find it difficult to move on. I find it difficult to communicate. I find it difficult to open up. I find it difficult to restart, and I find it difficult to take back all of that pain that I caused you. I can't change the past, but I can work towards a better future because that is what I've experienced. For now, I consider you my best friend in the whole world. My friend, and I want to open up to you. Open up to you about thoughts, feelings, emotions, things that I have not shared with you before. That is what I think of. Why? Because I love you. All right. Pisces. So, a lot is going on here. And for those of you who are listening very closely, sorry, I do have a little bit of an issue again with my congestion. I'm getting the right treatment now, but if I do clear my throat, please forgive me. I'm still getting over this. So we have a situation here where there's a second chance. This person wants a second chance with you. Why? Because they do love you. There's a part of them that may have turned you into the victim, but a very small portion of you may feel as if you have victimized the other person, or maybe cross-watcher, you feel that you have been victimized. You have the victimization card here. At the end of the day, this card talks about whether it's you, Pisces. Yes, Pisces. I'm not sure if I said another sign. If I did, please forgive me. We have here this understanding that something was wrong. Somebody here was not treated properly. This talks about emotional manipulation. This could be you or a cross-watcher. Somebody here was manipulating. Somebody here feels like the victim. Somebody here feels that this entire situation was a situation where somebody was taken for granted. There was no value. There was a sense of overindulgence. But it comes to the part where it's as if an individual here has been used so much and misused in a way where they are now completely drained. It's almost, I'm getting the word dehydrated. And I'm seeing a sponge. So this is what happened. Somebody in this connection was like a sponge full of water. And then somebody squeezed it all out. And then you have the sponge left over, but now it's completely dry. There's nothing in it anymore. It's empty, right? So this is the feeling that I'm getting in this connection. Something happened where it's like someone drained the other person. And now there's not much left. However, the good thing for both of you, there is a chance here where there is a desire to have a second chance, which is great. And this part where we have the second chance, the second part of it usually, and it should always be like this, is not the same as it used to be. When people come back into each other's lives, they are supposed to be more of an upgraded individual and not repeat the same things that they did before, because then we forget why we left in the first place. All right, let's have a look at a little bit what happened in the past. With this deck, I'd like to look into that. This is something that may have happened in the past that caused this relationship to go downhill. I know I had this on. This has been on for a while. Please don't mind. It is off. That's not an omen right now. We have here Awakening and the Three of Arrows. That is a huge card to have because it does talk about a lot of sorrow. So this is for those of you that have wondered, why didn't I get any closure? Why did this person ghost me? Why have they faded? Why are they not connecting with me like they used to? Why are they only messaging me once a month or once a week? What's going on? Your person of interest may not have told you what the issues were at that time. But this is me going a little bit into the past when they were great, and then all of a sudden things went a little downhill. And it just didn't work out at all. So here I'll be looking into the reverse. I read these in the reverse. Also, I wanted to just tell you the first set of cards that I just read for those of you who are new. Those set of cards, that is the current status of your person of interest. And of course, it's a general love reading. It's not going to resonate with every single person out there, but hopefully some of it does. Awakening. Remember, I'll be reading the reverse here. This talks about a lack of optimism, a lack of success, not really feeling very fertile or wanting to grow, and a lack of creativity. The issue here was that there was an unwillingness to accept affection from you because there was problems with children or dependents or family, and they were creatively blocked by internal and external forces. There was a refusal to grow. They did not want to grow. This was someone who did not really want to go forward and experience that emotional awakening. There was an unwillingness to accept affection. Why? Because there was problems with dependents or family or maybe even children. So what I'm seeing here is your person of interest was almost like, I don't want to call it burden. Children are not supposed to be burdens, but there's issues and sometimes we go through things in life where parents do think that it's a burden. But on average here, this individual thinks that having either family, somebody who's a dependent on them, somebody who's maybe a child, it causes a problem. They're not ready for it. And they had internal and external forces. Internal meaning they're not feeling good enough to be that person who can tackle and take on this type of a role. Now, children can also mean just growth. Let's move in together. Let's invest together. Let's have prosperity together, happiness. It's the both of you getting together, living under the same roof, most likely. But there's an issue here where this person wasn't on the same page. There was a part of them that was slightly torn. They did not feel comfortable. And they did not really tell you either that they were not comfortable. Not all of you may know this, but some of you maybe this person did mention this. The words there that talk about internal and external forces. Internal is something that we create as judgment. And so we have our own reasons based on our own personal experiences. And that's what this person was doing. Based on their personal experiences, they were creating these theories internally. What should I do? How should I move forward? No, I shouldn't do this. No, I shouldn't do that. That's internally. Now we have externally. People that are telling them, are you sure you want to get into this relationship? Because that's a whole lot of responsibility. Some people may even use the word baggage. I don't like using the word baggage. Humans are not baggage. Humans are humans, and they need to be respected and loved. So yes, this person may bring baggage. They may bring a family. They may bring children. They may bring other responsibilities into the relationship. And this person, your person of interest, seemed to have been taking a step back because they were being influenced by outsiders. This could be friends, family, society. They were being influenced by outsiders, but also internally they had their own theories and their own way of belief. So that's a problem. Why even be in a relationship? You did have the laughter card, and I do see that this person, and this is a general love reading, so please be careful when I say this. For some of you with the first set of cards, it does show that this person loves you, but it doesn't show that they're in love with you. However, this is a general love reading, and there's like more than 100,000 of you. So it's possible that this could also be, yes, this person does love you and they're in love with you. For a small portion of you, that is true. But the majority of you, what I'm seeing here is that because you had the friendship card, this person really was trying to get to know you. They were trying to move forward in this connection. But one of the issues is when they realize that there's going to be more responsibilities, they did not feel comfortable about it. And when they didn't feel comfortable, they found that a challenge, you had the challenge card, they took a step back. And that's so confusing. Because you get into a relationship thinking, okay, things are going to work, they're progressing forward, and that's the way all relationships should be. Moving forward. But because of unknown reasons, this person was going through their own internal struggles and external struggles, and they made their decision based on that. Okay? Here we also have a terribly sad card. I always dread this card. But it is what it is. It's feelings and emotions of your person of interest. It is the Three of Arrows. The Three of Arrows, it does talk about loss, sorrow, oversensitivity, a sharp pain in the heart and disappointment, feeling the end of a love relationship and experiencing a separation. This was sorrow that could have enlightened or even debilitated. The card suggests that there was a time needed for healing. Healing was needed. The need to transform their grief into understanding. So you see here, transform their grief into understanding. Here, they weren't thinking about it that way. They weren't thinking that this is going to make me feel upset. But then after they made this decision, then they realized that this is actually causing me grief. I don't feel comfortable with what I've done, the way I've behaved. They did start to feel this, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing for this relationship. It's a healthy thing. So we have here the need to transform grief into understanding, overindulging in grief for the sake of drama, having a slow easing of sorrow, overindulging in grief. So it's like they do want sympathy. They want somebody to be with them, to understand that this is what I'm going through. This is what I have to deal with, right? But at the end of the day, this is their life, and they should be able to make their decisions based on their experiences. Unfortunately, whatever happened here, the internal and external forces that's blocking this person, is kind of pushing them away from this connection, that has taken over their mindset. So if you're wondering why this person didn't really communicate with you as much and why things started to break down, Pisces, it was because they did not want to look into that further. But it hurt them because when they did that, they didn't like the fact that they even separated from you. And in a way, they would have also felt guilty. That card is not here, but the result of this would be afterwards that they feel guilty. They don't like what they did. They don't like the way that they behaved. And they still think of you as somebody who they consider a friend. You are their hearth and home. You are somebody that they love. There is no doubt about that. You had some really sweet cards in the beginning. So there are positive cards. It's just that going and taking that next step to a higher level commitment was the problem here. There was internal and external forces that were causing these issues. So that's what happened. All right, let's have a look. Here we have the Beginner's Tarot, and I like to use this deck to have a look at any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. Okay. There you go, regret right there. Excellent job. Good. It's very important to regret, because when you do, then you realize the value of what you've lost. Otherwise, people remain in that sort of ignorance. You know, they're not really happy cards, this, that. No, but it's a lesson. It's a lesson being learned by this person. Five of Swords, this person wants you by hook or by crook. They don't really want other people to be around you. They want to be that person that has you for themselves. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. That's kind of the feeling here. This is ego-oriented competition. So they will try by hook and by crook to somehow have you. And they don't want this extra competition. So they're going to try their hardest. Why is this? Because now they've realized that I don't want to lose my Pisces. So we have the Ace of Cups. Asking for forgiveness. Not only that, but also offering a cup of love. This is true love. Now this is starting to become more of I am in love with you, by the way, type situation. Why did they do this? Because now they've realized that the grass was not greener on the other side. Your person of interest took a leave of absence from you. And I'm seeing here, I don't know why I'm seeing the word culmination, but I'm also seeing a lack of understanding. So there was a lack of understanding, and so they left. They walked away. They kept their distance from you. And it was very challenging because you felt quite alone at some point in time because this person left. And finally, when they came back, that's when they realized that, wow, Pisces is my person. But by the time they come back, they are stabbed in the back here with 10 swords, one after the other, bringing this person down to the point where they can't even get up. And now they're regretting, and they have noticed, and they see the betrayal that the rest of the world put on them. The rest of the world betrayed this person. And they realize that you are that person that truly was their person who is truthful, who provides guidance and love, hearth and home. That is you. So they regret it. They want to stand up, rise up, and then go towards you, but they're regretting it so much that here, 9 of Swords, they cannot sleep at night. Whatever they have done to you, Pisces, they are being haunted by those actions. Hence, probably why they want to open up to you, want to talk to you about certain things. They've kept things bottled up inside. Internally, why am I doing this? Externally, why am I doing this? Who are the people that are telling me this kind of information in my ears? Who are these people that are spreading rumors and gossip? Who are these people? So we have a lot of players in this connection. And there's some players that actually want to destroy this connection. Some of these players have had an influence on your person of interest. And some of the experiences that your person of interest has gone through themselves, they feel that that is something that holds them back. Here, they wake up in the middle of the night. Metaphorically, this could also be true. This could also be just the feeling that they have. This card talks about waking up in the middle of the night and thinking, oh my God, what have I done? How could I have done this? Why? Not only that, but with these 9 of Swords, these 9 swords hanging over, there's a sense of doom and gloom. There's a sense of paranoia and fear and a whole lot of guilt. Even psychic disturbances when one is sleeping, because they're attracting negative energies by acting like this and by being like this. That is something that we do attract without knowing. Negative energies do get attached to us when we are in that sort of state. Anger, frustration, sadness, depression, all that kind of stuff. I have a video on my other channel, Asnointia Audio. The link is below if you want. I have one on negative energies. What and who are negative energies? Jinns, demons, evil spirits. How to recognize and remove them. That channel is absolutely free. It's on YouTube. It's called Asnointia Audio. Please have a look at it. And I recommend that you have a look at some of the relationship-related videos, but specifically the negative energy one, because I'm seeing that this energy is also, it's intermixing and mingling with yours, which is the negative. And I also have packages, by the way, guys. If you want, have a look on my website. I have packages that can help you get rid of negative energies too. Here we also have that sense of regret. It's so much that they just are in disbelief. Oh my gosh, what did I do? How did I do this? How did this come to this now? And the overall arching theme is the 2 of Wands. At the end of the day, behind the scenes, this person was very passionate and they were trying to make a decision. This card indicates, yes, they have made a decision, and their decision is to finally make it happen. to date, to be with you. Why? Because now they realized what they've done was really, really wrong. This is a nice turnaround. I like this. This is really nice. Two of Wands here talks about a decision, and they've made that decision. That decision is having you in their life. Absolutely beautiful. All right. All right. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. I have here the beginner's... Nope. This is the Archangel Answer cards. Listen to your intuition. We have here recovery. And that is where that negative energy comes from, because it has been affecting you. Trust in the divine. A compromise is needed. Followed by ask your angels. I don't know why, but I actually saw, this was strange what I just saw. Ask your manager. That was weird. There might be something to do with a manager here, somebody that works above you. There's something that you may need to ask them. It truly could be maybe there's something going on between you and somebody at work. Or it could also be that you need permission about something. Even ask your manager related to a recovery time. Take some time off. Take a leave of absence to feel better. All right. We have here, listen to your intuition. So certain things are going to occur. And how is this going to work out? Now, the cards are kind of scattered, but this is what it means. The only reason why this card usually comes up, get more information, is because there's a lack of information in this connection that you just don't know about yet, okay? There is some piece of information that is going to be given to you in any form, and it's going to make sense to you, and it will help you make an informed decision regarding this person, regarding this connection. What's interesting about this card is that it's next to ask your angels. So here, yes, we can ask our angels, and we do not worship angels, but we do give them the highest level of respect. We do pray too, and that would be the Christ consciousness here. Trust in the divine. From Jesus, we go to his Father in our mind's eye, the holy white light of God. From there, we ask for permission. Please send me down Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. You can ask for 3 even, or 4. To guide you and to protect you throughout this entire situation. And to provide you with what? With information that you may be getting intuitively. So it's a whole process. Now, I know many of you are from different religions. However, in order to deal with the angels, this is the kind of hierarchy and management system they got going on. Okay, it's like manager, employees type situation. And then we have here, you will then listen to your intuition, because you're going to either get, sometimes we get a voice in our head and we know, oh, that's me talking, but how am I so much wiser all of a sudden? It's because that's your higher intuitive self speaking to you. That's your soul. The soul is much more older and wiser than we are, the body / the spirit. So listen to your intuition. Then we have here recovery. The recovery card here talks about how in this connection, this has truly drained you. Did I not talk about a sponge? Yes, I did see a sponge, didn't I? That was your reading. I hope that was your reading. Sometimes, guys, I do these back to back, so it just kind of turns into a blur. But let's just say this was a sponge situation. Sponges like this, soaked with water, drained it. I believe it was your reading. But here is recovery that is needed. Why? Because somebody in this connection, most likely it's you, you feel very drained. You just don't have it in you to argue or to fight anymore or to move forward in this connection or to make the effort. Because the concept here is now, what's the use? That's the mindset. Why? Why would I even do this? All it ever brings me is grief and pain. That's what I'm seeing right now. Here with this card, this is unfortunate because it also can attract negative energies. I would recommend for some of you to go to my website, have a look at the chakra checkup package. That is something that I've created where I am able to remotely, I have this ability of doing so, I can remotely view your home, and I'm able to see, and when I say your home, it's actually not the physical actual home. I just see the number and the types of negative energies you have. That's what I see. So the type of negative energies that you have in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers, because the chakra centers are all related to your bodily functions. And here, when you have a lack of synchronicity, there's a lack of alignment between your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. That needs to be fixed. So have a look at that package. It's called the Chakra Checkup Package. And also, if some of you think that you may not need that, but you do feel a lot of negativity around, feel free to have a look at the self-help guide Holy Light package. With that, I recommend that you get the Water Wellness package because you do have something here talking about recovery. Now, moving along. We have a card here, trust in the divine, but then we have compromise. So compromise is a huge thing because it does talk about how in this connection there needs to be an equal balance now. Because of the feeling of being victimized to some degree, or feeling as if it never went one person's way, this now is a card that talks about an equal give and take. The only way this relationship, Pisces, is going to work is if you actually come to a compromise. That's the reason why this card has come up. And we also have here wait. So some of you may want to rush into certain things, but waiting is the best option because it will allow the other person to learn and grow, to become wiser as well. Even yourself. You also need to wait in order to heal from whatever has happened in this connection. And then you will be stronger and wiser going forward. Not repeating those mistakes, not repeating those terrible experiences that you went through. Because now when you make a compromise, you're going to be saying a few things too. You're going to say, these are my healthy boundaries. This is what I'm comfortable with. This is what I'm not comfortable with. Okay? So you speak up. Here we also have forgiveness under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. Forgiveness is a very difficult kind of situation. It's hard to forgive somebody when they really hurt you. However, with this card, as it says, even in the Bible, with the teachings of Jesus, forgiveness and compassion, that is something that humanity needs. Sometimes you might want to, and that's a great thing. If you don't, then you just can't, and I totally understand that. But on average, it's better to forgive somebody because there's like a negative energy bubble that orbits around us, and it is a grudge. It's a grudge, it's hatred that we have towards this individual. It's like, they ruined my life, and I'll never forgive them for this. Not only that, but wherever you go, anywhere, whether it's here or whether it's anywhere else, you will always have that negative feeling. How to get rid of that negative feeling? You have compassion for the person. You literally feel sorry and pity for that person. That's the easiest way I've noticed. Okay, you feel compassion for that person, and by doing that, it's like this person only did what they did because that's what they knew. If they wouldn't have done this had they known better. Okay, that's the type of situation. They only did this because this is the capacity that they had. This is the capacity that they knew of. And this is all they had learned in their life. And therefore, they behaved and acted accordingly. That is the compassionate way of understanding that this person just didn't know any better. That's the easy way to forgive. And I know it's hard, but Sometimes it's better to do that because then going forward, you don't have to look back and feel that grudge. There's this weight that's lifted off of you, and it truly is that negative energy bubble around you that orbits around your head. It's like pop, it bursts, and it's gone. And then you're just a wee bit stronger. You don't have to struggle with that type of memory or that type of trauma as much. And trauma is different, guys. You know that. You do need somebody to talk to, somebody maybe even professional to talk to in order to deal with trauma itself. And if it is trauma related, it's probably best not even to deal with this person. Just to leave this person altogether. There's no use when there's trauma involved. Pisces, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. I do see that you do have an opportunity coming here, but I also see that the angels feel that you are quite drained and they want you to take care of yourself first. You take care of yourself first and then everything will follow. Health is wealth, health has happiness. All right. You all take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys again. Thanks. Bye now.